Yo, you're watching Shurkou and we are back with some more Wild Rift Esports, and we are actually going to be continuing the series that we started a couple of days ago, Fennel Adversity, going up against Amihan Esports in this best of 3 in the Filipino Icon series. Now, as you can see, Amihan Esports won the first match of this best of 3, and they actually won it with an absolutely amazing performance by the Akali player Carl. Okay? We'll see what he will play this time, if he will get that Akali again, because as you can see, we're jumping straight into the draft. Fennel once again banning out the two supports, Janna and Lux, just like last game. Meanwhile, Camille and Lee Sin banned out by the side of Amihan. Gragas first pick, and there it is. There is the Akali and a Fiora as well. Now, with Fiora being picked, which usually goes Baron lane, the Akali last game was played in the Baron lane as well. So we'll see if Carl will pick that Fiora, if he will play that, or if he will play Akali once again. Meanwhile, we have Corki and a Braum pick. And you will see, guys, you've already seen it in the title and thumbnail of this video. We'll see a very interesting pick, okay? Yeah, a pick that we have never seen before, but let's not spoil it, we'll see. I mean, you're already spoiled. There will be a Soraka picked at some point. But before that happens, we have a Jarvan and a Kai'Sa pick by the side of Amihan here. So Kai'Sa going to go up against that Braum and potentially Corki. Maybe Corki will go mid. I'm actually not sure. We have a Vi pick as well for the jungle, so that pretty much confirms Gragas going... Gragas can still go mid, yeah, true. See, I was gonna say Gragas can go Baron lane, but we have a Garen in the Baron lane and a Gragas in the mid lane, which means Corki Braum will be the duo lane, and they will face off against this Kai'Sa and Soraka. Soraka, guys. Now, if you guys watch my stream, you see me play her very rarely, and whenever I play her, I say that she's actually pretty strong. She's very underrated. Now, is she strong enough to be picked in esports? We'll see. We'll see. Now, keep in mind, in esports, everyone goes for that, for those grievous wounds. So, even Vi, we'll probably see the standard Vi build in esports is actually Executioner's Calling. Just that. Just the small little attack damage grievous wounds item, and then they go full tank on Vi. That is the only attack damage item they buy usually, at least in Vietnam. That is the Vi meta. Actually, we haven't seen Vi a lot outside of Vietnam. Vietnam still likes to pick Vi a lot. Let's skip right ahead into this game. And it seems like Carl is going to be playing the Fiora. So no more Carl Akali. Let me move my camera out of the way. There we go. Is it all the way into the corner? Yes, sir. We are recording. Okay, beautiful. Game is starting. Let's move the mouse out of the way. Now let's see how Mitsura here in mid lane performs. Because as I said, usually, or not usually, but Carl last game on Akali, I was simping him because he played like an absolute god. We'll see if he can repeat that success on Fiora. He's already playing super well. He seems to be very good with these melee fight. Oh my god, that was a late barrier. The Garen almost died. Seems like Carl once again has the lane kingdom. Meanwhile, if you avert your eyes to the minimap, we have a Jarvan, Soraka and Kai'Sa actually invading the enemy red buff. But of course, Vi is doing the exact same thing. So red buffs are being traded. Jarvan gets the 3 small raptors. Is Vi gonna get a couple of them? She's doing them. She actually completely cleared the camp. So the Vi is actually ahead now and she's going for a gank. I hope we will see how this will turn out. Nope, she decides not to gank. She just does her crocs. I'm looking at the minimap because in the mid lane it's not showing much. It's showing a dual lane matchup, so they actually lane swapped. But yeah, it is interesting. We haven't seen lane swaps in quite some time now after all these nerfs to them. Now, this Vi is very happy with this because the Jarvan got shafted. He was able to steal the enemy Krogs as well. He will get the Scuttlecrab, but he didn't get the big Raptor. And Vi was able to secure this, so she is in a very comfortable small lead here. She goes, both junglers secure the Rift, the Scuttlecrab, and it seems like Vi is trying to go for a gank. Meanwhile, the Jarvan is just farming, going to his blue buff. So pretty passive jungle start here for both. Both are just farming. the diagonal jungling style where they just steal the enemy camp and then they stay on the same side of the map and go to their own camps. So we won't see too much fighting here, both just getting the first Skull Crab on each side. So both junglers are pretty happy. I think both are, it's kind of even. I think Vi is actually happy with that. Vi isn't the weakest early game, but I feel like Jarvan level 3 is very, very potent. So Vi definitely wants to wait for her ultimate. However, the Jarvan as well, you know? And the Jarvan is looking good against that Garen, for example, because the Garen can't dash out. So I feel like we'll see some Garen ganks. Some ganks onto the Garen, I have to say. But other than that, there will probably not too. There will probably be mostly skirmishes and actual fights because the Jarvan really can't do much. I have to say, FLA very nice counter picks, or at least very smart picks. They didn't aim to counter the Jarvan specifically, but they actually did it because Braum can jump out, Corki can jump out, Gragas can jump out, Vi can jump out. There really isn't much to get, and the Garen is extremely tanky. Plus, Fiora already wins that matchup, keeps pushing the lane in, so it's hard to gank him anyway. He has to watch out here though, because Fiora is freezing the lane a little bit here, and he notices it. He instantly goes back because the Jarvan is very close. That will be a very dangerous, that will be a very good gank opportunity. Corki is skipping the Manamune, going straight for the Trinity Force. Sometimes we see Corki go for a Manamune as a second item. We'll see if he will do that. But yeah, the Lich Bane first item comes out again by the Akali, just like last game. But again, it's not Karl. Let's see. Mitsura, are you as good as Karl? You have a hyper weeb name. That is the weebiest name I've ever seen, bro. You know? So I'm expecting great things because you guys know all weebs, just like me, are absolute losers. That's why we're so good at video games, because we don't talk to human beings. We only talk in our imagination to our waifus. But while I'm saying that, the Jarvan secures the Infernal Dragon. That is big for Amihan right now. And a huge teamfight breaks out. There's the Jarvan ult. Very well done. The Vi already used her first ability, so she wasn't able to jump away. 2 kills already dropping for the side of Amihan, but it gets responded with 2 kills as well. And I think it's going to be more. Oh my god, what a huge teamfight. I think the Akali might die. She does. Garen, is he gonna get away? He gets away with 1 single drop of health. And he's already regenning with his passive. I don't think he can get Dove. You don't have mana. He has the W, man. Yeah, way too greedy, bro. Way too greedy. But the Soraka gets the kill. Is that worth? I wouldn't say so, man. I wouldn't say so. In the end, I believe it was pretty much a 4-for-5, right? There were no kills before that. So huge, again, these two teams. I'm glad that I'm checking out the next game as well, because last game it was 2 minutes, 10 kills. Now it's 5 minutes, 9 kills, which isn't as ridiculous, but we can still be very happy about that. I think Amihan in a huge advantage. Obviously, they're 1,500 gold ahead. They're 1 kill ahead, but the big one is, of course, that they are the Infernal Dragon ahead. Okay? They also have a very good late game with that Fiora. The Corki gets completely caught out. Beautiful gank by the Jarvan. Huge mispositioning, honestly, by the Corki. I think this is going to be 2 more kills. Yep. Akali finishes off the last kill there under the tower on that Braum. And we are seeing a huge advantage by Amihan. The game is very similar to last game. Amihan was winning hard. It was even, but then they just suddenly started winning hard because Fennel started making some huge mistakes, just like that Corki right now, completely getting caught out. Oh my god, that's huge. The Garen gets the recurring kill. I think the Jarvan will die as well, and with that, it is very, very worthwhile. However, the Akali is already coming in with the ultimate. That is going to be 2 kills, but the Braum gets the kill again, guys. This is so hilarious. Huge Clown Fiesta. This will definitely be a finishing move here by the Akali, and she gets another kill. Listen, guys, the main thing that we are learning in these 2 esports matches is that if there is a Clown Fiesta, Akali, no matter who plays her. Hey, we don't have the gaming legend Karl playing the Akali. We have a perma weep playing her right now. Okay, Mitsura. Mitsura-san, ikuzo. That's what he's thinking in his brain, you know. And it works because Akali in huge clan fiestas, ends up getting all the kills because she just does a billion damage. She's a beautiful assassin to finish low health enemies, and that's exactly what this Akali is doing perfectly here. Very nice gameplay. Seems like Amihan have two insane Akali players on their team. They're probably playing rock, paper, scissors to decide who gets it. And we have Fiora getting a little bit caught. Of course, the Rift Herald, while I was talking about some dumb jokes, the Rift Herald ended up dropping for the side of Amihan. They're very happy. They get some more kills here as well. The Vi gets completely caught out. But the Akali went a little bit too deep. I think she's going to die here. Ooh, but the mistiming, and she gets the outplay. Honestly, just big mistake by Gragas. Mistimes the barrel. I think he will die here as well. Walks back in. Huge value there by the Soraka silence. Kai'Sa gets healed up as well by the Soraka. She's doing some work. And yeah, beautiful, man. And now listen, I know this is probably something I should have said earlier because it is very interesting. The Soraka went for a barrier. I didn't get to explaining that yet. The reason why, most likely, is that everybody and their mom, okay, especially their mom, will get some nice Grievous Wounds items as soon as you pick Soraka. So what you have to do is, or you don't have to do it, but what I like to do is, instead of going for the standard redemption on support, is she gonna get caught out? She has the Shroud, she goes back in, so much damage being returned by the Akali, and Fennel just gets completely destroyed. They have to just run away. Now let me finish my thought. What I like to go, instead of redemption, because that's even more healing for Soraka, it's gonna get reduced anyway. Everyone's gonna go for Grievous Wounds. I like to go for a shield enchant, the boot enchant, right? The locket. And I think Orthros here is thinking the same thing, but even further. Instead of going for a heal, he goes for a barrier to save himself, which, yes, he's gonna heal less on his teammate. However, because of the Grievous Wounds, it's better to keep yourself maybe alive for a couple more seconds and heal your teammate a couple more times. That is probably the basic idea here. And it seems to be working very well. However, the Kai'Sa went for a heal herself. So, I don't know. I feel like the Kai'Sa should have gone barrier as well. But hey, what do I know, man? I'm just an idiot watching these professionals play. Corki going for that Grievous Wounds. You can see the Vi build, as I said at the start, very standard. Grievous Wounds into Sunfire Aegis into full tank. That is the basic build. Garen, believe it or not, Bramble Vest, which is also Grievous Wounds. And guess what the Gragas is building with this Oblivion Orb? Quick little tip, it's not going to be an Infinity Orb, it's going to be a Morellonomicon, because we need more Grievous Wounds. Because that is how oppressive Soraka is. While I'm saying that, free Baron, 10k gold lead for Amihan, absolutely insane. They have 2 dragons as well. I think this Garen is dead. No, there was no shuriken flip available for the Akali, otherwise she probably would have decided to chase that down further. Let's catch a little breather here before the next team fight breaks out, because I think we'll see just Amihan. You see how aggressive they're playing. They're just gonna run it down, and they're just gonna run the enemies down. Okay, that's probably what they're gonna do. We'll see. We'll see if I'm right. They're very good at just hard engaging with that Jarvan. Now again, this is the build that we've seen last game as well. Lichbane into Rabadons into Void Staff on that Akali, which is very interesting. I'll try it one of these days. We'll see if he goes for a Proto Belt as well. I really like that. I'm trying it. I'm trying to practice it. I'll make a video soon. Make sure to subscribe. Ring notification bell if you want to see that. But it takes some practice, you know, the Proto Belt, the Q Proto Belt, very nice combo though on Akali. While I'm saying that though, FLA actually gets a huge turnaround, huge over-aggression by Amihan, and they only get the Soraka though, and now the Jarvan follows up. He is so tanky. The Kai'Sa deals so much damage. They are more than 10,000 gold ahead. It is really difficult to do anything at that point, unfortunately for FLA here. They're also behind 2 dragons. They didn't get a singular tower, and the Akali just goes deep, gets knocked away by the explosive cask, by Gragas. Now, we have, by the way, what's it called? a fleet footwork on that Garen, which is extremely interesting. I have not seen that one before. What have we usually seen? The grasp. Grasp of the Undying is what almost every Garen takes, but he went for the fleet footwork. I actually like it. I think it's pretty cool because you get so much move speed. It's just cool. I think I use that on jungle Garen. Believe it or not, jungle Garen works quite well. It is pretty funny. I should try to get another gameplay of that. Always fun, especially with that God King skin. Now you can see, man, this Fiora is so far ahead. I mean, Carl didn't do much this game. He didn't have to. His team is doing amazing. He's winning his lane. He was shining like a bright star last game, but now he just doesn't have to do anything. 1-1-5, comfortable. Meanwhile, his Akali, his teammate, is 7-2. Probably talking about the newest episode of, I don't even know what, man. I don't watch anything that is currently ongoing. I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry. It is what it is. But yeah, we have actually a very defensive build coming out by Fiora, going for Trinity into the Sterox, and with that BF sword in the inventory, I think she's going to go for a Guardian Angel next. That Garen is getting completely poked, but only loses about not even half his health. He has his passive, he's going to regen, but it's not going to do anything because the enemy team is 15,000 gold ahead. Guys, it is too much. It is just way too much. I would definitely recommend you guys, if you ever are in this situation, which you probably won't be because you guys are silver, but if you are playing against Amihan Esports, you should probably ban Akali. Okay, Akali is pretty broken, gets banned very often by a lot of teams, but especially if you have two good players on the enemy team that can play her extremely well, hey, maybe ban her out. We have an Infinity Orb on Akali now, and it's just so aggressive. It is unbelievable how aggressive this build is on that Akali. Completely full burst oriented, wants to burst as much. Oh my god, the 4-man ultimate by Jarvan completely ends the team fight. We don't even have to narrate the rest of it. The enemy health bars just end up dropping. Did that Akali just ult flash? Look. Yeah, she just ult flashed. I don't think that works. I don't think you can extend the ult damage. Let me know if you know that. I think I tried that when the game first came out a couple of months ago in Europe, and I don't think that worked, but maybe I'm wrong. Oh, you're gonna take that. Yeah, boy, you gotta take that, and you get 2 kills for it. That is beautiful. The Akali gets the shuriken flip, takes the jump onto the Corki. He ends up using Zhonya's so he doesn't die instantly, but the Braum just dies instead. And then after the Zhonya's, Corki gets finished up as well. Beautifully done. This is a complete blowout. Gragas actually went for Infinity Orb, so I was wrong, but I think he's wrong. I think he should go for the Morellonomicon. And with that, we have a beautiful game over. Amihan completely destroying this best of 3 in the end, but again, the first couple minutes were always very exciting. Super coin flip, super huge amount of aggression, and yeah, similar gold similar gold graph just like last time. Amihan just completely destroying them. Who gets the MVP? Actually, Jarvan, very well deserved. And look, Jarvan goes for the same build as Vi nowadays, huh? With that Executioner's Calling into full tank with the Sunfire Aegis. I'm telling you guys, Jarvan with Sunfire Aegis is so beautiful. You catch everyone in that prison and you just burn them alive, man. It is disgusting. Anyway, guys, hope you enjoyed. Let me know what you guys think about this little esports series here about Amihan Esports. Are you liking them? I'm liking them. I'm definitely a fan so far. They play super aggressive. They ban Teemo and Amumu sometimes. It is some crazy stuff. Hey, with that being said, hope you guys enjoyed. Make sure to subscribe, ring the notification bell, and I will see you guys the next time. Peace.